So just based on the thumbnail of this video right now, how much do you think everything in my EDC costs? It's gonna shock you. It shocked me because when I did this little pocket dump EDC challenge, it kind of blew me away to itemize everything that I have on my person. And I'm only doing this because of my comment section. You guys asked me in the last few videos to empty my pockets. What's in your pockets? How much is in your pockets? And I was like, is this a robbery? Oh my god, what is going on? And then I realized this is a big trend in the EDC community. So I took it a step further. This is gonna be like what I have on my person, not just in my pockets. I'm not gonna go over all my clothing, but I will essentially be going over like my backpack. And again, this isn't like my camping EDC, this is just my day-to-day stuff. So in the comment section, guess how much do you think everything I carry on my person costs? It is 1:12 p.m. Let's get down to business. Alright, so the first thing that I always carry with me is my little journal, and I don't just use it as like a dear diary. Today I ate a donut, and it really got me thinking, like, I should probably stop eating these all the time. It's mostly like my to-do list. Like, I don't know how you operate, but with everything I have going on, I simply cannot keep track of it unless I physically write it down. And I go through journals like a madman. So this one, yes, it is pink. It was given to me by Sammy, and I wasn't going to be, you know, dismissive of it. I'm pretty sure she just had it lying around and she knew that I needed one, so she just kind of put it in my bag for me. But I've been using it and it's awesome. It's from Sugar Paper. I don't know that brand, but I got it for free, but it costs, I think, let's see, $24 online right now. So although clearly I'm not too picky when it comes to my journals, I'm a snob when it comes to my pen. And I'm not even that big of a snob, by the way. There's pen collectors who like only want the best fountain pens. They only want this and that and this and that. And the truth is, I have very messy handwriting. I'm a lefty, so I'm already prone to smudging. I just want something that is comfortable and writes well. So I really like the G2 Pilot pens. So I have a whole lot of those in the office on my desk, but the one that I always have on me is my Montblanc Meisterstück. This is the roller ball, so it's not like the hoity-toity fountain Montblancs. You can get into, you know, a huge rabbit hole in the pen community. By the way, I have a gang called the Pen 15 gang. If you want to join, comment Pen 15 in the comment section, and then we'll see how many members there actually are. But this pen is 460 bucks right now. I think I spent less than that though. I think I spent like $420, like, and this is like, man, 420. Oh, bro! But this was like 8 or 9 years ago I got that pen. The next is my trusty dusty Opinel number 8. This is a just, you know, staple in my collection. I use it pretty much daily to open packages and letters, and it's just an awesome like utility knife. It's essentially better than having a box cutter in my pocket, and it's just fun to kind of fiddle with. I love the rotating lock system on that. Just a very cool knife. And they're really not that expensive. This one specifically is like 19 bucks right now. The next is my Bottega Veneta wallet. I know, super, oh my god. I only love the best leather goods. I don't really care about the wallet. My dad always used a BV wallet growing up, so I thought that that was like the peak of coolness. So when I was able to, I got myself one. It's like 650 bucks though. So that wallet is more expensive than the money I have in it, pretty much. Next is my iPhone. I know I'm attached at the hip to that thing. I think it is a 14? And I think I spent like $1,200 on it at the time. And then here comes the watch, okay? So people are always going to be asking, what watch do you wear? What watch do you wear day to day? What's your most worn watch? And the truth is, it's usually either a G-Shock or this. My Seiko Tuna SBBN 031. This thing is like, when it comes to workhorse watches and things that you just rely on, this 7C46 movement, yes, it is quartz, but guess what? Day to day, that's perfect. I can knock this around. I'm reaching in places. I'm moving around. I walk like a weirdo now because I am, well, partially disabled. So I'm bumping into door frames and stuff. This thing takes a beating and it just doesn't care. And guess what? That makes it so I don't care. It's a really tough watch. Really cool in my opinion, probably one of the best dive watches ever made in my opinion. So the Tuna, just, you know, perfect dive watch in my opinion. Now, this, I think when I purchased it, it was hovering like above 1,300 bucks, but I found one right now, brand new online for 1,300 on the button. So we'll just say 1,300. And here's where the episode gets demonetized by the YouTube overlords. The thing I keep on my person to make sure everything else stays on my person is my trusty SIG P220 45 caliber. Man, that's God's caliber, 45 ACP, baby. It's just fat and slow, like me, but very strong. And the average price of these online is probably around like 1,100 bucks, 1,000 bucks. Yeah, we'll just say 1,000. So right here already is pretty much my entire pocket dump, besides one extra thing, which would be my car keys. So if I put it down here on the table, I would have to add like $46,000. So I don't know if the vehicle itself counts, but I daily afford Maverick Lariat Tremor, which is just, I love that truck. Very efficient, does everything I have to do, has a lift from factory, locking differential, all the different drive modes. Advanced four-wheel drive is what they call it, but it's just essentially like a really advanced all-wheel drive system. And it gets like over 25 mpg, which is awesome. But we won't add that to the total cost because I think that would be just insane. But all of this, if it's not going in my pockets, is going in this Swiss Gear backpack that, again, was given to me by Sammy, but you can find them online for like about 50 bucks, $49.99. I was able to find one, and it's awesome. Has this really cool camo print on it, but what I like is that it has a bunch of pockets and it holds everything I need without being overkill. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little tidbit of information here. I'm gonna make a full video talking about this in the future, but this is what I recommend. Find everything that you need, okay? Whether it be for a trip, or for an outing, like a day outing, or for your everyday carry. Gather everything you need. Then find a bag that will accommodate that. Don't buy a bag and then fill it up with a bunch of things. Because if you find one of these awesome tactical bags that has a bunch of pockets and pouches and blah, 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 you're gonna end up filling those pouches and pockets with a bunch of junk that you probably don't need. It's going to weigh you down, it's going to clutter things, it's going to make you just very disorganized. So gather everything you need, either for a trip, an outing, or for your everyday carry, then find a bag or, you know, crossbody bag, satchel, fanny pack, whatever, that will accommodate those things. That's what I've learned throughout the years. This Swiss Gear bag is perfect for my everyday carry, but let me know what you think. What would you add to my everyday carry to make it perfect? I know people might say like, oh, flashlight, you need a tourniquet, you need blah, blah, blah. And that's probably true. It would be smart to put a tourniquet in my bag, but I have like a full trauma kit in my truck that I keep, and we're gonna break that down in a future episode. But yeah, you're probably right. I probably should take one of the tourniquets out of that kit and just put it in my backpack. So with everything on the table other than that vehicle, it's $4,702.99. So just under $5,000. And I know that might sound crazy, right? Absolutely nuts to think that the stuff you have on you costs that much. But the truth is, when you buy good stuff, like decently made stuff, and you invest up front, it's kind of like a one-time purchase, or a purchase that you won't have to make very often, I should say. For instance, that pen, it's a pretty darn good pen. I've used it for the better part of a decade, and there's like no wear on it. Like, I don't think I've even had to refill the ink. That's how insane that is. Let's see, that knife, it is beat up. It has a nice patina, but all I have to do is sharpen it and sometimes clean it, and it's perfect. That wallet, it's an expensive wallet, but there's really no wear on it. It's kind of molded to my butt cheek and pant pocket, and it's very comfortable, and it's not falling apart. There's no, deviations in the seams. And then, my sidearm, it's awesome. Made in New Hampshire, baby. But what I will say at the same time is, just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's good, and just because something is good doesn't mean it has to cost you an arm and a leg. And that's what I'm going to try to cover in this channel, and that's what I've tried to cover in this channel in the past. With watches, prices run the gamut, but just because something is Swiss and very expensive doesn't mean it's great. Hublot. right? And just because something's more on the affordable end doesn't mean it's garbage. So I'm gonna try to cut through the BS and give you guys a kind of level-headed rundown on my perspective when it comes to wristwatches and all things EDC. I wanna thank each and every one of you for the overwhelming support. I know I've kind of taken this channel in a little bit of a newer direction, but you know what? It's time to pivot a little bit. It's time to kind of broaden the horizons here. I want to keep evolving and giving you guys fun, engaging content. I don't want to be doing the same thing I was doing when I started my channel. I want to keep evolving with you guys. And I think sharing my authentic self with you and my overall interests and how watches kind of fit in the whole continuum of my life, I think that will only be good and very, very fun. And hopefully you enjoy this new style of content. Now, if you want more of this stuff, please join the channel membership. Click the join button next to the subscribe button. You're gonna be getting extra content there, and we're gonna be talking more about stuff that we might not really be able to talk about here on YouTube. And if you want my podcast, guys, I do a full other show on another channel, link in the description below. We almost have 20,000 subscribers and I've only been doing it for like about 5 months. So it's blowing up over there. If you enjoy this content and you want more of it, check out my other channel and check out the membership side. But I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. And always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.